discussion is for comments on items that are not on the agenda. Comments are limited to 5 minutes per person. Rebuttal comments will be limited to 2 minutes. Public discussion topics may be brought up again under new business for further council discussion. Is there anyone here from this public to address us? Yes, go ahead.
Mike Doyle, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I run and write for ValmaToday.me. This is a motion to dismiss with prejudice the 2 charges that Ann brought against me, 2 Class E misdemeanors. And I did some good research, I think, on this. I'm going to start with paragraph 6 because a lot of the first part of it is recounting what Ann did and said and didn't do and stuff like that. So I'm going to cut to the meat of it. Precisely because litigation and public criticism are essential to holding government accountable, this court, SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States, has frequently reaffirmed that speech on public issues occupies the highest rung on the hierarchy of First Amendment values and is entitled to special protection. Connick v. Myers, 461 U.S. 138, 145, 1983, quoting NAACP v. Claiborne Hardware, 458 U.S. 886, 913, 1982. This is particularly true where, as here, the expression comes from a private citizen. That would be me. Relying on this principle, this court, SCOTUS, has explained that such speech cannot be restricted simply because it is upsetting. Snyder v. Phelps, 562 U.S. 443, 458, 2011. It is a bedrock principle underlying the First Amendment that the government may not prohibit the expression of an idea simply because society finds the idea itself offensive or disagreeable. Texas v. Johnson, 491 U.S. 397, 414, 1989. Even less can it suppress expressions on the ground that the expression is upsetting, offensive, or disagreeable to government officials like Ann. The debate on public issues should be uninhibited, robust, and wide open, and it may well include vehement, caustic, and sometimes unpleasantly sharp attacks on government and public officials. New York Times Company, 376 U.S. at 270. This court's SCOTUS, once again, long ago repudiated the doctrine of seditious libel in favor of a theory of our Constitution which values free speech as essential to, not subject to the vicissitudes of our government, our political system. Board of County Commissioners v. Umbry, 518 U.S. 668, 681, 1996. Quoting Abrams v. United States, 250 U.S. 616, 630, 1919, Holmes J. dissenting, the First Amendment forbids the government from abusing its arrest power to retaliate against a protected activity. I've been retaliated against. It's going to open you up for a nice lawsuit, Section 1983. I'm definitely going to file it against the town, against Jeff Porter personally, all of you individually and in your official capacity, and the Chief of Police. You let the Chief of Police ramrod this summons against me through totally illegal based on numerous Supreme Court decisions. I can say anything I want about Ann. I've never followed her to a car. I've never been at her house. I've never threatened to do anything to her. I predicted somebody would steal property off her front lawn and destroy it. I did that after she stole my sign format, and she admitted stealing it off my website during a recent hearing. Now, folks, she said it wasn't copyrighted. Well, if she went down to the bottom of my website, you'll see copyright at the bottom. Everything on the website is copyrighted. And she stole it, openly admitted to it. I'm going to sue her for compensation for stealing my format. Folks, I'm not fooling around. I'm going to defend my freedom of speech no matter what happens. Time to just right. Thank you. Any questions? Well, you know what they say? See you in court.
else here would like to address the